Another weekend is here. I mean, it means nothing to me because I literally don't have a job, so every day is the same. They're all glorious days. I am enjoying them vastly. I also enjoy the Bahamas, so you know, I think it's just taking great things where you can, isn't it? Another Zoom, another makeup, so I thought I would do some makeup again while I get ready. It's not exactly a how-to or tutorial. I'm just gonna play with some stuff that I don't really ever get a chance to do, and also I never get a chance to do my own makeup properly in real life, so not that this is properly, but because I'm in a phone and it's hard to see. But anyway, right, first things first, what am I going to start with? So this is the key factor today. I mean, I say I'm not that interested in makeup, but isn't that unbelievable? Shimmer and Glow liquid eyeshadow by Stila, but this is Vivid Sapphire, and it really is. Now, I have got a few of these. I actually use them a lot with brides. They do these most incredible, like champagne, rose gold, really like subtle colours, but with this huge impact. So if you really want that, an incredible sort of iridescence and the inner eye or on the lid, or if I'm doing like a celeb for like a light entertainment show that's like very music-y, come dancing-y type, do you know what I mean? These things are gold. They are liquid and they need to be worked in. So let's start with a bit of a base. I think let's just go in with a cream base. I'm just going to use a matte cream coloured but not cream, actual matte cream coloured shadow by MAC. Same old, you know the drill. Just as a little bit of a base. Obviously I've got foundation on, and I've got yeah, well, I actually don't wear a foundation, I just wear a concealer and my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. But you know, those two things together are basically on my lid, and then powders. So I've given myself a little bit of a base. I don't use eye primers. I don't use them on other people unless they're maybe of older skin, and therefore the skin might be sort of a little bit more over onto the lid and therefore might crease more, but I generally don't really do that. Also, I've been out today for a walk with my friends. Also bumped into someone I knew. Isn't that so mad when that happens in London? You just think, how is that possible in the whole of London? So I had a really nice walk, but that is why I've got mascara on and foundation on my eyebrows and stuff. So that's the first thing. So it's just a plain matte cream on the lids. And what am I going to go in with next? Should we do a little bit of, let's do a little bit of bronze. Let's do this. You see this Charlotte Tilbury here? Again, the Dolce Vita. I'm going to use the same brush again. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of bronze into my, give myself a little bit of extra fake, extra deep crease there, just to really convince people that I've got deep set eyes when I haven't really. Because that's the trick of the eyes, isn't it? It's like emphasizing where you want the shadows to go and the creases to go and the shape to go. Even if that isn't your actual eye, you can just kind of pretend it in. I'm going to wing this out a little bit here. So yes, I'm hosting a quiz tonight. I do like hosting the quizzes. This is going to sound absolutely terrible, but I tend to win quite a lot of the quizzes I do. And I think sometimes it's just nice to do one for other people, because I don't know, like if you win, you just feel like, one, you feel like a bit of a dick, and two, sometimes they're not boring, but like I get really into them, and I think it's just nice if I just host one, I can just sit back and let other people do it without having to think about it. Does that make sense? I'm going to take a bit of that bronze underneath as well. I'm going to do quite a smudgy underneath. This is going to end up quite dark, I think. So even though this colour is a dark tone, I'm using it as like my mid colour, because the final colour is going to be even darker. So yes, but it's not really going to be a quiz, because it's going to have like a couple of quiz like rounds, but then some like a silly drinking game and a music game and like questions about the people in the quiz. So yeah, I mean, I could literally just watch The Office and get drunk by myself, but apparently it's important to be sociable these days. In fact, I'm going in with the Stila now, because I can't wait any longer. I have to go in with it. I'm just going to put, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to put a little blop on there. A little blop. And then I'm just going to use the same brush again, because it's the darkest tone, so it's fine. And see if we can work that in. Now, you have to be quick with a liquid colour, and you just don't put too much on to begin with, which I might have done, because it moves around a lot and quickly. If you don't know the product very well, like I've never used this in such a dark colour, you don't know how it's going to react or how it's going to come out. See how nice that bronze is? It's like a little, it's like, this bronze is here, it's like a guide, and like the blue just seems to, I don't know, it hits nicely against that. I think they work well together. The only thing that can happen when you're moving around a liquid or a cream eyeshadow is that you actually blend the colour away a little bit, which I have done. The intensity isn't as strong because you're sort of not letting it sit in its pure pigment. That's fine because we can build on that. Let's pop on some on the other eye as well. I sort of did a little, what's that, like a little, kind of just following my crease, like a little backwards C, little point in the outer corner. If you don't have very deep set eyes, you could just do like a little run along your lash line and just blend that out, leave it as that. So yes, so I'm going to have a glass. I went to Aldi on the way back from my walk and I got just a little bit of shopping that I could carry. That's the thing when you're living in London. There's no jumping in the car and doing a big shop, guys. It's just carrying what you can. Always have a little pack away bag in your backpack. Thing is, I'm on my own, so it's like, why would I actually even need to buy loads anyway? I'm trying to spend hardly anything on food, but I did buy a bottle of Prosecco because tons. Everyone should have a Prosecco on a Zoom quiz, shouldn't they? Gone a bit deeper and higher on that one. Let's kind of trying to even that up a little bit. So yes, I've actually got a light entertainment show coming up soon. That's going to be on ITV, I think. I haven't started filming it yet. And it's going to be about, it's a bit like X Factor, I think, but for musicals. So if anyone's into a bit of Amdram, I know a lot of friends in Madrid, where I'm from, love their Amdram. Weird how I never got into that, because I am very like confident in front of like the camera and talking to people. I don't know. I was very much just Young Farmers. Like all I wanted to do was go to Young Farmers Club and drink. I just wasn't into any like hobbies or sports or anything. So that passed me by, that sort of vibe. But I do think I'd be a really good actor because I'm very good at manipulating myself into making people like me and hire me for jobs. Like either pretending, it's not pretending, is it? And I also hate the word manipulating. Someone said it to me once to describe what we have to do in our job, and I thought, oh, that's an awful word, but I do get what they're saying. And what they were saying was that we have to sort of, because you're working with someone new every single day, and they might be from someone from a really like difficult, underprivileged background, or they might have been through a very traumatic time, so you've got to sort of know how to talk to that person, or they could be an MP, or they could be a member of the royal family. I'm just taking that a little bit higher into my socket bone. I want it to be a little bit more grungier, less sort of flicky outy and a bit wider. Can you see I'm just adding little bits, just touching bits in and just really building up that depth of colour and just pulling it higher where I want it to be. And that's a really good thing about starting small, is that you can build up. Yeah, so you just have to sort of, adapt your conversation. Because I could be working with Alan Titchmarsh one day and, talking about hydrangeas. And I think this is also why I'm good at quizzes. I know quite a lot about, a small amount about quite a lot of subjects, so I can kind of get by with conversations with like most people. I'll sort of just try and pull out some facts I know about them or their past, or maybe where they were born, if I visited that place. Ireland. Oh yeah, I've been to Ireland. Oh, did you know about the, Ballinsloe Horse Fair? Yeah, oh you did? Okay, I've been there. That sort of thing. And then that comes up in a quiz, where is the annual horse fair in Ireland? And you're like, oh, Ballinsloe. I do need to get out more and talk to more people. I am aware of what I sound like. Anyway, right, so that's the blue. Now, I've also got this sort of like dark sapphire-y blue in this MAC palette, so I was going to hope to include that in there, but I actually didn't realise how dark and how powerful that steeler would come out. But so maybe I don't need this, but I think I'm just going to run this a little bit. Just give me a bit more of a punch along my lower lash line. When I answer the phone to my friends, they're going to be like, oh, why did you put on so much makeup for a Zoom? I'm going to use my little liner brush. I'm just going to take that along my lash line. In fact, I'm going to have to mirror, sorry. So yes, I also woke up really early this morning, for someone who doesn't work or have children, and I feel like I achieved a lot and I don't feel tired, and it's just such a good feeling to feel like I had a decent night's sleep and woke up early and had a good productive day. I exercised today. I did loads around the house. I did loads of work this morning on my laptop. I had a bit of a week because a planning application I did got rejected from the farm in Cornwall, which I just feel like I've been working on it for so many years now and I just never get anywhere, and I'm just trying to better myself and my family, and the council just don't want to know about that. And then I lost some money and I had to basically had to buy a taxi, which was my fault, but an email didn't get through to book a taxi to go to a job, so then I had to pay for it, which is not a big deal whatsoever. But you know when you just haven't got any money, so when something like that happens, you just feel so annoyed with yourself. I just put a little bit of light on the lids, and then I'm wondering whether that looks a bit old-fashioned now, but I think I just need some liner and I'll just get over that. Just put some mascara on. And what else happened? I got my period when I was at work, and considering I'm only working 2 days this month, it was really annoying to get my period on those 2 days because I was in agony. So I was upset and frustrated and I was in pain, and yeah, it was just not a good couple of days. I think because I'm not really working at the moment, I'm trying to work on loads of different like business ventures and different ideas, and just trying to think of ways to earn money and to have a life in the future if things never go back to normal for us. And it just feels like everything I try doesn't really work, and it seems to for other people. And then when I hear, you know, they might have, you know, they're investing in property, but that's because they were given money, or, you know, it just feels like, can you actually achieve anything when you've got nothing? The answer, I think, is pretty much no, unless you come up with an incredible business idea. Let's face it, I'm not that clever. That is an amazing mascara, by the way. Number 7, the full 360 Ultra. It's just so fat and full, it's great. I should have done my liner first, but I wasn't sure if I was going to put eyeliner on. But you know what I always do is I think I'm not going to wear liner. I'm going to try and be a little bit less 1990s and a bit more fashion, as my friend Phil says, and then I end up putting liner on. So I just don't like myself without liner. Also, my eyelashes are going through a funny rotation because they're the perm I've got in them is nearly gone, which lasts a couple of months, and obviously I'm not going to redo it, or haven't been able to redo it. What do we think? Some black coal in there maybe? I don't know. I think that's maybe enough for now. I think I might go a little bit deeper, but it's 12 minutes, so you don't need to see that. Have a lovely evening.